each other. Ain't no hiding. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Right to the air is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
One for one, a lot more to go. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Now Carr. He's got Adams on the comebacker. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Carr to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
15 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Carr. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Yes. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Chargers 0.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
A gain of 16 yards.
Carr now on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first.
Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Raiders 21, Chargers 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. From his end zone, here comes Carter. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Herbert back to the air. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On fourth down, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They snap it to Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers.